You know what? I think it's time I said to let bygones be bygones and start streaming on Twitch. Wait, what the hell is this?
Because I'm pretty cool, and you can't get rid of me. Twitch is endorsing me, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I'm just gonna dance to your sad tears. I'm just gonna drink your tears. Num 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 bum 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 bum. You better watch out.
You know what? Fuck it. I'm staying on YouTube. I'm not dealing with that. So, at the time of recording this, me and my family are in the process of moving. And I just came back home from work, and the internet router has been transferred to the other house. So, I'm stuck at our old house. Alone. With no internet. Or a PS4, because my cousin took that over there to the other house as well. And to make matters worse, my new charger broke somehow, and now I'm stuck with the slow-working, short-circuited one that I was about to throw out. Fuck! So, I don't know when this will get to you guys, but hopefully it'll get to you in a timely manner, because I'm actually working off my data right now. Anyway, on to the video. Oh, side note, I'd like to thank a YouTuber by the name of Red Rebecca for the clips provided. I was having a hard time finding what I needed without edits or without a whole video surrounding the clip, so I was relieved when I stumbled upon her playlist of saved clips. Now, everybody knows about my disdain for Twitch. It's no secret due to the fact the way they handle situations, ignore the community, and the prime proof of this being a little streamer named Alinity Divine. She's evaded being banned for so long that she's not even trying at this point. The Twitch staff are just simpy stormtroopers that can't aim. Well, recently they decided to start a new safety council, with which they actually have real faces and streamers to represent the staff for it. I was honestly surprised on how well thought out of an idea this was, and some of the people on the team were actually actively trying to put some work in to make changes, so that Twitch can be a better place. But then I remembered this is Twitch we're talking about here. They're gonna find a way to fuck this up. And no sooner than those words entered my brain, this shit happened. Meet FerociouslySteph, a woman who likes to prance around her yard and eat grass? I wish I was joking when I said that.
So in my spare time, I go out to my yard. In my spare time, I go out to my yard and I prance around, and I eat grass, and I just munch it because it helps me feel like in tune with my dear self. So I do my best. I do my best to be.
She's also one of the Twitch safety members. Now, any normal, sane person would recognize that they're in a really high position of power. Maybe record a statement about how they're honored that Twitch chose them. Well, this fucking retard decides to try to instill fear into everyone and taunt people because she's in a position of power and can't get banned.
I have power. They can't take it away from me. And honestly, you know, there are some people that should be afraid of me, and that they are, because I represent moderation and diversity. And
Steph, if you were in my front yard waving a machete around, I wouldn't be afraid of you. If anything, you'd be afraid of someone raising their voice to you by 1 decibel. You look like you let a 5-year-old bitch slap the shit out of you because you took one of his chicken nuggets.
No, I'm just not cool with white supremacy, y'all. It's really not that. I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists. Sorry. Just a fact of how I feel, which isn't a big.
I'm not cool with white supremacists either. But for you to try to call me a white supremacist because I'm a gamer, that's a fucking stupid move, if I've ever seen one.
The only way to have a level playing field at the highest level of play is to have is to not have voice chat, to not have people give up their linguistic profiles. I mean, and maybe you think, if you are a competitive gamer, which a lot of people have been like, Steph, you're not, you clearly know nothing about competitive play. Well, competition, by the way, y'all, competition requires you to get every advantage possible. To become the top 0.01% in any video game, you have to squeeze every amount of advantage you can possibly get. Voice chat is unfair.
Now, her reasoning behind saying this is that women or marginalized people tend to be harassed by people on mics. Fair enough. My best friend Jim in the Making has faced some of that while she's playing Overwatch and League of Legends. But here's the thing. They have this thing. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it. I think it's called a mute button. There's also something. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this one either. What's it called again? Oh, right. The report button. So you can report their abuse in the game. Now, 9 out of 10 times, Jim doesn't let it bother her too much because she can just mute them and get on with owning everybody within the match. But for you to say it's an unfair advantage because you feel like you'll get dogged on by the sound of your voice is the most Karen thing I have ever heard of. But no, she doesn't stop there, dear viewer.
I said a lot of people with cis white male sounding voices are here telling me that voice chat isn't a problem, and that is a fact. Y'all have voices that aren't marginalized coming in and saying, just mute. It's not an issue. Everyone faces harassment. I've heard it all. You're just repeating like a year ago.
Now, before I hit that first part, which made me go nuclear when I first heard it, let me talk about the second part. If you know this for a fact, that you can just mute them and report them already, then what's the real fucking issue? You literally have the tools at your grasp to dispose of the fly in the ointment. Hell, my cousin will mute his own personally invited squad members if they're talking trash and getting on his nerves. And he's fucking 16. And how old are you? 25? Grow a spine. There are way more female gamers that can handle this type of stuff way better than your retarded suggestion. Now, that first part. White male sounding voices? What the fuck are you smoking? Sound rich coming from a privileged white woman. Now, I know I don't sound like it due to how proper I speak, but I am, in fact, a black man. Though, through all my life, even to this day, I've had to fight against the stigma of just because I sound, and I quote from other black people, sound white, that I am not a real black person. Even my own family, I hear from them that I'm just a white man trapped in a black man's body just because of the music I like to listen to. Steph, that is the most bigoted, ignorant, racist thing I've ever heard in my life! And that's coming from a guy who was called a nigga by a ex-coworker when I ran into him at McDonald's. I almost laid him out because I was so pissed off. And about that, a lot of you gamers are white supremacist line. You literally just tried to say you didn't say it. I have recorded evidence of you saying that. Do I really have to play it again?
I think a lot of you gamers are actually white supremacists. Sorry. Just a fact of how I feel, which isn't a big...
The thing is, Steph, come a little closer, because I don't want you to miss this. Facts do not care about your feelings! And the fact of the matter is, nobody likes you! Because now you've shown how you'll use the power that you have been given! And since you want to police speech, how about I call you a fucking Nazi, huh?
We get it, we just don't agree. It's fine if you get it. Let's take a nice deep breath. It'll cost you $5 to talk now. It's nice to have power over my own space.
Oh, pay $5 to type some words just because nobody was agreeing with you? Banning people from your stream because they don't agree with your fascist statements? What the fuck is this? North Korea? I didn't know Kim Jong-un died and became a Twitch streamer. And the sad part is, I don't think Twitch will do anything about her. They are so out of touch with their own community that they'll probably just ignore their flooding inboxes. So yeah, moral of the story is, fuck Twitch. Till they actually start listening to their consumers and give us what we want, I'm not using their services. I'll just stick with getting fucked by the one online corporate overlord, and that's YouTube. And if you're wondering, yes, I'm aware of the fact that she is trans. Why do you think I didn't mention that at all? Because then she tried to make it seem like I'm attacking her because of her sexuality and her gender. Fuck that noise!